This video seeks to discuss a rather complex question. What is gender? Well, a quick Google search will tell you that gender is the state of being either male or female based on social and cultural characteristics rather than biological ones. However, this seems like an oversimplified definition for a topic that has become rather controversial. This definition also raises the question, what delineates male and female? The answer to this question is rather complicated due to the fact that designations of male versus female are social constructs that vary depending on which society and culture they are observed in. Not only does the description of male versus female differ in space, but also in time. In U.S. society, the meanings attached to gender have developed and changed over time, which is evidence that gender is not carved in stone but rather constructed by society in an evolving process. What has remained constant is that most words in the English language and American culture reinforce binary female-male images. For instance, consider your reaction to the images of pink and blue. Does your mind categorize blue as a boy color and pink as a girl color? What about when you hear the words mother-father, sister-brother, or girl-boy? Society gives a gendered meaning to these pairs of terms. However, an increasing number of educators and scholars are beginning to explain gender as a combination of sex, gender identity, and gender expression, while asserting that these three elements are independent of each other, though they may influence one another. Take, for example, the genderbread person, who demonstrates that along the male-female spectrum there are other gender identities, such as genderqueer, which is a term used to describe a person who does not subscribe to conventional gender distinctions but identifies with neither, both, or a combination of male and female genders. To begin the discussion about what constitutes gender, we will begin with sex. In legal and social understandings of gender, sex has become synonymous with gender and gender with sex. However, as you can see in this diagram, sex is only one aspect of gender. Sex relates only to biology in the sense that sex is assigned at birth based on genitalia, chromosomes, and hormones. Basic biology teaches that the XX chromosomes result in a female and that an XY chromosomal makeup results in a male. Yet what about other chromosomal combinations other than the binary XX or XY? Approximately 1 in 1,600 births result in neither an XX nor XY makeup. To account for new studies and data revealing the diversity of biology, society may need to recognize that one's biological sex is more than just chromosomes or genitalia. The second element of gender is gender identity, which represents a part of one's innermost sense of self in respect to being male, female, both, neither, or any other gender-related identity. People who develop a gender identity that matches their biological sex are termed cisgender. In contrast, a transgender person has a gender identity that does not match their biological sex. The final element of gender is gender expression, which describes the manner in which people outwardly demonstrate their gender, either by clothing, physical appearance, or mannerisms. Therefore, the three elements, biological sex, gender identity, and gender expression, come together to comprise gender. As explained, each of these components contains distinct meanings. By examining the three primary elements of gender independently, society can better understand how each of these components influence gender and give rise to evolving gender identities and expressions that are non-binary.